Welcome to Wyoming 4-H. Thank you very much for joining us for the new volunteer orientation. The orientation has been divided into 3 sections or modules. The first module, which you're watching right now, will cover the history of the 4-H program along with the structure of the 4-H program. The second module will provide you with ways to better work with youth using positive youth development practices. The third module will cover safe practices for working with youth in the Wyoming 4-H program. After each module, you'll be asked to go to a link to take a short quiz. The Wyoming 4-H program serves over 7,000 youth in 23 counties and the Wind River Reservation. We do have staff in every county, but the only way we can be successful is through dedicated volunteers like yourself who work with our young people, helping them to grow and develop in the 4-H program. In this volunteer training, you will learn more about 4-H and your role as a volunteer. We'll also give you tips to strengthen your understanding of how to work with youth through 4-H, and then provide safe practices for youth and adults in the 4-H program. 4-H is not a new organization. 4-H has been an active part of American society since 1902. 4-H has started when extension agents were trying to share new ideas for growing corn with farmers. Farmers were apprehensive to try something new, and extension agents met a great deal of resistance. In order to continue their educational efforts, the extension agents used boys to start new corn crops, with the results being corn yields that were much higher than that of their traditional methods used by their fathers. The photo on the left is the beginning of 4-H, showing boys taking pictures with their bountiful corn yields. Corn clubs for boys and canning clubs for girls were the start of the 4-H program in the United States. Let's watch a video that completes the history of 4-H and brings us to present-day 4-H in America. The video has a great summary of where we started to where we have come.
It began with the seed of an idea. In 1902, the heartland needed folks to embrace new advances in agriculture. But leaders with open minds, strong hearts, and willing hands weren't in abundance. Luckily, kids were. By empowering the next generation to lead, 4-H took root, and grew, and grew, and grew. Grew kids who are confident and strong, who are curious enough to question, and capable enough to find the answer.
You stick to a job until the job gets done. You know how to work with others and how to lead.
4-H has kept right on growing. Out of the farms and into the towns, from the suburbs to the cities.
Anywhere curiosity roams, and confidence thrives. Anywhere technology can be advanced and achievement is valued. Anywhere positive change is possible, and giving back moves entire communities forward.
When you think about it, it makes sense that we began with farming. After all, true leaders aren't born. They're grown.
The video shows that 4-H today offers projects way beyond growing corn and canning tomatoes. 4-H is working to reach the needs of youth throughout Wyoming and the United States. In 4-H, we offer projects in agriculture, science, consumer science, arts, technology, and so much more. Can you guess what the top 5 projects in the Wyoming 4-H program are? You may be surprised that the top project is not even related to agriculture. Rifle is our top project with over 1,400 youth enrolled. It's followed closely by swine, archery, beef, and sheep. Projects 6 and 7 are photography and arts and crafts, showing that we really have and reach a wide range of young people. Most of us are familiar with our local 4-H club or county program. But 4-H is much bigger than that. In addition to your club, where you find members, parents, and volunteers, 4-H is impacted by county commissioners who help to fund the 4-H program in your county. The county program is guided by your 4-H educator, who then receives feedback and ideas from 4-H county committees. At the state level, the State 4-H Office works to develop trainings and opportunities for members and volunteers. 4-H is part of the University of Wyoming Extension System, which means the Extension Director and the University President are also part of the 4-H program. In addition, we receive state funding, so we rely on the support of the Wyoming Legislature and the Wyoming 4-H Foundation to help fund the 4-H program. 4-H even reaches to the national level. The National 4-H staff are part of the United States Department of Agriculture, and funding for 4-H is part of legislation made by the United States Congress. The 4-H program is supported by a unique blend of tax funds from county, state, and federal, and of course private donations. State and federal tax funds are used to help pay extension staff salaries and to provide educational materials. County money also pays salaries and supports the local extension office operations. Our unique set of funding sources also means that we must meet a unique set of requirements. The 4-H program may require you to answer questions, follow policies, and fill out paperwork that is not like any other organization. The model that you see here is part of the reason why this happens. Our funding also means that programming is different by state to state and even county to county. If you move to a county program, even if both are located in Wyoming, you may find that business is conducted a little differently in each county. You'll want to check with your 4-H educator if you have questions about confusing or differing procedures related to the 4-H programming efforts. Since UW Extension receives federal funding, we must also follow the UW Affirmative Action Plan. This ensures that all 4-H members and volunteers are treated equally, regardless of their race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, age, veteran status, sexual orientation, or political beliefs. You may notice a disclaimer statement on documents created by any UW entity. In 4-H, we make every reasonable effort to accommodate our young people and adults participating in our program. In addition, we are required to follow the University of Wyoming policies. One of those policies when working with youth is that volunteers receive training. This is one of the reasons we ask that all new volunteers participate in new volunteer orientation. This concludes the first section of our new volunteer training. Please take the quiz located at the link on this page and join us for section 2 about positive youth development.